Edmund Burke said, "The only thing that is necessary for evil to prevail is for good men to do nothing."
In 2007, Mark Campbell, a top sales representative for Wyeth Pharmaceuticals, filed a Qui Tam lawsuit against the company, alleging it had illegally marketed a drug for users that had not been FDA approved.
I'm a loyal personality. I really don't like conflict, and for that reason, it really was challenging to decide to come forward and speak the truth.
Because of his faith, he prays about decision making, and this was something that he did after a lot of contemplation.
Really, that decision, it was somewhat agonizing. I really had to do a motivation check when I came forward because, I had discovered by then that there could indeed be financial remuneration by serving as a whistleblower. So I was faced with kind of this ethical dilemma.
And when you're a person of faith, you have to do what is put on your heart to do. You have to act on that. And sometimes you feel like God gives you the strength to do something that seems impossible.
You do have this sense that you've thrown a rock at a very large giant, and either the giant is going down or you're going down.
So it does really matter that you have a good team to work with as you're throwing that rock.
Oh, absolutely. You want to know that you have competent attorneys working on your case that know the law from the inside out and that have your best interests at heart. Shelley is such a warm person. She's very diplomatic in her approach, and I think that really served to win over the government officials.
Mark was smart to step forward when he did, because as time goes on, you can find yourselves unwittingly more and more involved in conduct that causes you to feel that you're losing your character. At the very beginning, we try to make it clear, first of all, that it's going to be a very long process. We try to, as best we can, explain the relationships between the different government entities that will be part of the process. And that's because under this law, the whistleblower is standing in the shoes, literally, according to the legal concept, of the American people.
I mean, you have times of encouragement when things are going well. It's positive. It can even be fun or humorous at times. But there are times, frankly, when you're kind of down in the dumps. You're discouraged. Maybe something negative happens with the case.
But it's true, probably the most challenging moment for us was that moment when a couple months after we had filed the case, we learned that another case had been filed before us. The government had declined to join that case, so we knew that there was a lot of work ahead of us. When eventually we turned them around, but it was a long road. Working with our co-counsel was fabulous. He's an employment lawyer, but he brought a different perspective, but a really important one to the case. And as a team, we were able to surmount that challenge.
In 2013, the U.S. Department of Justice joined the case against Pfizer, which had been acquired by Wyeth, who agreed to a $491 million settlement to resolve these civil allegations and criminal liability.
We achieved compensation for Medicare and Medicaid. The recovery was over $400 million, so the taxpayers were made whole. Some of that recovery was also penalties, which have a deterrent effect on other members of the pharmaceutical industry. We recovered a nice amount for Mark as his whistleblower award, and we hope that will serve as an incentive to other would-be whistleblowers who are thinking about coming forward. And we believe that we protected patient health, and that doctors hopefully will be getting more accurate information from sales reps as a result of this case.
With their portion of the recovery, the Campbells were able to realize a decade-long dream of building a non-denominational retreat for ministers.
Very rarely in life is one presented with that opportunity to do the right thing and actually be compensated for it. It's a very fulfilling life to be able to give and minister to other people.
People have come to us with certain needs, and it's been nice that we've been able to say, yeah, we can assist you with that.
And at the end of the day, I simply realized that I could not sit on my hands and do nothing. I had to come forward and speak the truth.